Hey everybody, this is Sean B. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy, and you know what time it is. It is Make Money Mondays. What time is it? I said it's Make Money Mondays, and let's make that money. All right, today we're going to talk about objections, and specifically availability. So if you've heard the words, do you have that car in stock? Or is that car available? What's the stock number? What's the VIN number? What do you do? Now, this baffles me. I don't understand why so many people go crazy at dealerships. They get worried. Oh my gosh, we don't have that car in stock. That car's not available. Oh no, what do I do? Oh, what do I do? Oh, we need to do a locate. Stop. Relax. It's not that deep. I'm going to give you some pieces of important information. First and foremost, all right? Over 80% of people that submit a purchase request are going to buy something different. I'm going to repeat that. Over 80% of people that submit a purchase request are going to buy something different. So what does that mean? That means don't get worried if somebody's looking for the 2015 Honda Accord whatever or the 2011 pre-owned Ford F-150. The reality is this, over 80% of people that submit a purchase request are going to buy something different, either because the vehicle is not available, they're upside down on their trade, they can't afford the down payment, the monthly payment, or their credit is banged up, or they want the blue one, they come in and they change their mind, they want the pretty red one on the showroom floor. The reality is there's a bunch of different reasons why they can't or don't qualify for that particular vehicle. And here's another one. My favorite one is that you are an amazing automotive sales professional, and when they come in, you're able to find the most incredible vehicle to max gross and max your pay plan. And that's why they don't buy the car that they saw on TrueCar for like $300 below invoice. Do you follow what I'm saying? You are an automotive sales professional. You lead them into the car that you could max gross an opportunity with. So my point being here is that if over 80% of people are going to buy something different, then why are you stressing about availability on the phones? That's the first thing I want you to think about. The second thing I want you to think about is this. This whole thing is a numbers game. The internet leads, the opportunities to do business close on average about 10%. So you might be 12, 15%, God bless you, you're awesome, that's great. But national average is about 10%. That means if you've got 500 leads, the dealership can expect to sell 50 units at the end of the month. So if that's the case, 500 leads, only 50 units, let's go through the math. Out of 500 names, phone numbers, email addresses, out of 500 people that want to buy an automobile, only 50 people are going to buy a car. But check this out. You're only going to convert roughly about 25 to 33% into appointments. Out of those people that make appointments, only about 50 to 60% of those people are actually going to show up. And out of those people that show up, only about 40 to 50% are going to buy a vehicle. But here's what's crazy. Out of those 40 to 50% that are going to buy a vehicle, over 80% are going to buy something different. So don't stress about availability. Stress the appointment. Your goals and the rules of engagement are email sells the phone call sells the appointment builds the relationship, product presentation, demo drive, delivery. Get them into the dealership. Get them into the dealership. So you might be thinking, well, Sean, how the hell do I do that? I'm going to give you a couple different word tracks. It's very, very simple, all right? So let's just go on a new car. If somebody says, if you say in the Dealer Synergy system in step 6, you know, just so I know, what were you looking to accomplish by going online? If somebody says, well, I'm looking for a specific vehicle, I would say something automatically like, Mr. Customer, I got great news for you. That vehicle is definitely available. Now, other than availability, what else is important to you in deciding where you're going to purchase that next vehicle? Stop for a second. So the objective here with that key phrase is saying that vehicle is definitely available. Because if the vehicle is in stock, it's in allocation, which means it's on its way, you could do a factory order or a dealer locate, it's definitely available. I'm not saying that you have it available, and I'm not saying that the vehicle's in stock. Now, here's the thing. Any dealer principal or manager, and I've trained 10,000 of you guys and ladies, okay, will agree with me. It's usually the new hires that, you know, feel like we're lying. I'm not lying. I'm not being shady. You're a franchise. Your manufacturers, your dealer principals, and your GMs will validate what I'm saying. If that vehicle is available, then say that vehicle is available. You're not lying. Now, if they turn around and ask you a supplementary question like, do you have that in stock? Or what's the stock number? I'm not saying lie to them. What I'm saying is this. If they ask you, or you say to them specifically, what were you looking to accomplish by going online? That's part of our word track, by the way. And they say, well, I'm looking for a specific car, I'm looking for availability, without skipping a beat. Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer, I got great news for you. That vehicle is definitely available. But other than availability, what else is important to you in deciding where you're gonna purchase your next vehicle? That's that word track. Now, let's just say for a used car, or if somebody stands you up more aggressively and say, well, do you have that car in stock? Or what's the stock number? Here's how I would respond without even skipping a beat. So if I said to the customer, just so I know what we're looking to accomplish by going online, well, I'm looking to make sure you have that vehicle in stock. I'm looking for a stock number. Or if it gets to that first example a little bit further, and you say, well, do you have that vehicle in stock? Here's the response. Mr. Customer, I'm showing that vehicle is available, but as I verify availability, what about that vehicle interests you? Stop. The reason why you're asking that is very simply this, is that even if you know that the vehicle is definitely not in stock, what you want to do is further qualify them. Because depending on what their wants, wishes, expectations are, it will give you the next direction to go. Because if they say, well, I liked it because it was a 1996 Mitsubishi Eclipse, okay, you might be in trouble because maybe they're focused on that specific car. But a lot of people are going to tell you because of the payment, because of the color, because of the miles, because it was a minivan, because it was a two-seater, because it was a convertible. So just in case you don't have that vehicle, and let's hear the whole word track. If they said to you, Sean, do you have that vehicle in stock or what's the stock number? I'm going to say, Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer, that vehicle is shown available, but let me verify availability. As I do, what about that vehicle did you like? Now, this gives you an opportunity, again, to further qualify them. They could turn and say to you something like, a two-door, four-door, minivan, whatever it is. When you come back and you say, well, Mr. Customer, I got really good news for you. We do have similar vehicles that are available. That particular vehicle is not in stock at the moment, but we have options. Option number one is that we have this vehicle, and this vehicle, which I think would be a perfect fit for you because. And if they say no, then say, well, here's the other great news is that we're part of the used car factory network, which means that we're partnered with banks, wholesalers, and auctions. We can get you any pre-owned vehicle as long as it exists in whatever region of the United States that you are talking to the prospect from. So I'm going to repeat that. Listen to it one more time. Mr. Customer, just so I know, what were you looking to accomplish by going online? Well, Sean, I was just looking for a dealership that had this particular vehicle in stock. Well, Mrs. Customer, Mr. Customer, just to let you know, I'm showing that the vehicle is available, but let me verify availability. As I do, what about that vehicle did you like? Well, Sean, we were looking for a minivan, and we were looking for one specifically that had the rollout tuck under third row. Well, Mrs. Customer, Mrs. Customer, I've got great news for you. We have actual similar vehicles in stock. Even though that vehicle isn't available at this very second, I've got a 2012 Honda Odyssey that has a tuck-away rollout third row, or I even have a Mazda MPV that has that same feature. And to be honest with you, the Mazda has less miles and it's more cost-effective than the vehicle that you were originally interested in. How does that sound? That's option one. Option two, if they don't like that, is, well, not a problem. I could get you that exact vehicle as long as it exists in the United States. See, we're part of the used car factory network, which means we're partnering with wholesalers, banks, auctions, etc. Stop. So, folks, I go deeper into this stuff on Bradley On Demand. So I really suggest you go to www.bradleyondemand, and you will be blown away because I have literally about 72 different word tracks for internet sales and phone sales for the top 7 reasons why people are going online. Price, availability, convenience, I hate car salesmen, research, trade, and credit. So again, we have a myriad of objections and rebuttals on Bradley On Demand. So if you like what you just heard, you're going to be blown away with our Bradley On Demand system. See you there. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Make Money Mondays. If you liked it, you're going to love Bradley On Demand. Bradley On Demand is the most advanced virtual training, tracking, testing, and certification platform. What does that mean? It's an online university. And if you like this information here, we have hundreds and hundreds of advanced videos, step by step, on how to help you sell more cars more often and more profitably, so sign up now.